Right, let us continue, wonderful people. So this is what we have. Something of this nature is provided for us to work on. Right, so I'm going to try and interpret what is given to us here. Now they say in here, I don't know whether this is pronounced correct, but it's called the Louvre Museum in Paris. Is one of the world most famous museums. The most recent addition to the museum has been the construction of a Louvre pyramid, which functions as the museum's main entrance. Now, the dimensions are provided irrespective of the correct or the wrong pronunciation of the very term, but this is what is provided to us. So we are in question 7. This is what we have there. Right, what is given to us is the following. Right, we have a pyramid, something like this. Okay, this is what we have. We have something like this. I don't know whether my construction of the drawing is correct, but we have something like this. This side equals that side. This is BD, this is C, this is E, and this is A. And the distance from here to there, it's 35 meters. Right, be that as it may, there's some information that is provided for us here. BD, it's 35 meter. BC equals DC. AC equals 27.8 centimeters. And angle C is equals to 90 degrees. Whether C1 or C2, it doesn't really matter, because if this is 90, this is also 90, because those are the angles of a straight line. Right, and then what is it that they want from us? Calculate the magnitude of angle B. Right, let us look at angle B. If I was to find angle B, let me show you what I would do. Now remember, this is the structure, so I'm going to take out this piece, just that piece. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to do this. Good. And say B, C, A. And if this side is equals to that side, therefore this side is 35 divided by 2, 35 divided by 2. So I have 35 divided by 2 there. Right, that's fine. I'm looking for angle B. What else is provided for me here? AC. AC is provided as 20. Look, AC it's 27.8. So I have 27.8 centimeters, because the this one it's in meters. Can you see that? Sorry, this one is in meters, this one is in centimeters. So I need to do some conversions there. I know that when I move from meter to centimeter, I'm moving from a bigger number to a smaller number. I multiply, and the conversion number is 100, because 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So I would convert this. I'm moving from a bigger number to a smaller number, so I'm going to multiply this by 100. So I'm going to say 35 divided by 2 multiplied by 100, and see how many centimeters are there. So I'm going to say 35 divided by 2 multiplied by 100, and it's 1750. 1750 centimeters. So that would be this. Very good. So let me just get rid of this. Be that as it may, let's continue. Now remember what I'm looking for. I'm looking for angle B. So now that I have the side opposite divided by adjacent, because the hypotenuse is the side which 90 points to, so soccer 2R has to be used here. I have the opposite and the adjacent. I have the opposite and the adjacent. I'm going to use the 10. So the 10 of angle B equals opposite divided by the adjacent. Very good. And then from here I'm going to say angle B, it's equals to 10, the inverse of 27.8 divided by 1750. And let's see what is the value of angle B. 10 the inverse of 27.8 divided by 1750, and we would find the value as why is this 0.9? Angle B, opposite over adjacent. Why am I finding this value? No, I shouldn't find such a value there. I shouldn't find such a small value there. Something must have went wrong. Now let's look at the conversion. I think it is the conversion that brings out a problem. Now I said this is 35 divided by 2 meters, right? And I know, let me just start the conversion once again. I know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters, but I don't have 1 meter. What I have is 35 divided by 2 meter equals x. The calculations were correct here to say that x is 100 times 35 divided by 2, which is the same as 50 times 35, which is correct to say 1750 centimeters. This was very correct. And now I find the value there of angle B, but that would be impossible. There is no way that that angle can be that value. Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Wonderful people, please forgive me. This is not 27.8 centimeters. This is 27.8 meter. Ay, Jesus, my Father and my God. Forgive me, wonderful people. This is 27.8 meters. Please forgive me. By just looking into the values, one can see something is wrong. I'm very, very sorry, wonderful people. This is meters. Please forgive me. This is meters. So the 10 of B equals opposite 27.8 meter divided by the adjacent of 35 divided by 2 meter, and then B equals 10 the inverse of 27.8 divided by 35 divided by 2. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry, that was my mistake. So 10 the inverse of 27.8 0.8 divided by 35 divided by 2. And what answer do I get? 57.81 degrees. That would be the value of angle B in that piece of a triangle. And then in 7.2 they say calculate the length of side AB. So they want the length of the side AB, and there is our AB, which is the hypotenuse. You can also go and use the trigonometric ratios. So you can say, because that is the hypotenuse, you can say opposite. You can use that angle of B and say opposite over hypotenuse. You have the opposite, you want the hypotenuse using this angle, therefore you can use sine. You can say the sine of that angle 57.81 degrees equals opposite 27.8 centimeter divided by the hypotenuse, and your hypotenuse would be equals to 27.8 centimeter divided by the sine of 57.81 degrees, and you would find the side of the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse would be 27.8 divided by the sine of 57.81, and you would find the hypotenuse as 32.85 centimeters. Very important, centimeters. When that is done, you can now go to question 8 now. We can now go to question 8. And in question 8 we can have the following. The glass pyramid of the Louvre Museum in Paris has the following dimensions. Now they continue once again, and I'm not very good with the drawing, but I will try and draw something that is correct. I will try and draw something that is correct. Right, what I'm going to do is the following. We are given in question 8 the pyramid, just as it was given previously. B, D, E, A. We can draw up there. This equals that, and this is still 35 meter, and this is still 27.8 meter, and we are given that this is the first figure, okay, with all the dimensions mentioned, and then there is another one, and here is another one, this is another one, and things are pretty much B, D, E, A. This is C, And in here, this is what we have. We have this, which is your F, very important. And you have this, okay. You have this, right? This is what you have. I don't know whether you can see this. I'm very poor when it comes to drawing. And this one, this is given as 20.6 meters, and from there, this is the first figure, and figure 2. And what is it that is required here? Figure 1 and figure 2 are illustrations of the same pyramid. If the pyramid has a square base as shown in figure 2, calculate the volume of the right pyramid. 8.1. It's a right pyramid, and the formulas are provided for you in the exam, and they are very specific as to say for a right pyramid, the volume is 1/3 base area times height. Right, that's a right pyramid. Okay, now let's go and check something. Let's go and check something. If the pyramid has a base square, or a square base, calculate the volume of the right pyramid. We are speaking about figure 2, and they said figure 1 and figure 2 are illustrations of the same pyramid. Right, now let's check the volume there. 1/3 the area of the base. Now this would be the base where it sits on, and I can see that this is a triangle. Okay, and what are these? These are two. The area of the base is half the area of a triangle, as we can see. It's half base times perpendicular height. Okay, right, area of the base, that would be half base times height. That would be the area of the base, but there's another height there. Are we fine? So this one is illustrated by this, but there's a height there. It is 1/3 0.5 times, what is the base we are given? It's 35. What is the perpendicular height? There it is given, the perpendicular height, it's 27.8. and what is this height? It's 20.6. and let's find the volume. 1/3 1/3 into 0.5 times 35 times 27.8 times 20.6, and we find a value of 3340.633. what? We are given all these dimensions in meters, so that would be meter cubed as the value that we get there. Right, that was 8.1. We go to 8.2. Right, in 8.2, calculate the surface area of triangle ADB. Area of triangle ADB, therefore the one side of the pyramid. Alright, the area of triangle ADB or ABD equals half base times perpendicular height. That would be the formula. ADB, remember that it is ADB base, which is 35 meter, times perpendicular height, it's already provided, 27.8 meter. And what would be the area? 0.5 times 35 times 27.8, and you would find 486.5 meter squared. That would be the area that is provided. Right, that was 8.2. We go to 8.3. Right, in 8.3 they say there are two types of entry tickets to the Louvre Museum. Option 1, the Louvre Museum timed entrance ticket and audio guide at $4.63 per person. Option 2, a Louvre Museum entrance ticket with 30 minutes guidance to Mona Lisa at $802 per person. Calculate the percentage price increase between option 1 and option 2. Calculate the percentage price increase between option 1 and option 2. Now let's start first with option 1. For percentage increase or decrease, you require two values, the difference in those two values, and then you do some manipulation. So they said option 1 is timed entrance ticket and audio guide, $4.63 per person. Okay, $4.63 per person, and then they say calculate the percentage price increase between option 1 and option 2. So between option 1 and option 2, we would say we take the bigger number, subtract the smaller number, so that would be 802 minus 463 percentage increase, and then we would divide this by 463 times 100. I think this is how you calculate the percentage increase. Bigger number minus a smaller number divided by the smaller number. So that would be the percentage increase. Let's see what value we would get there. We would say 802 minus 463 divided by 463, and you multiply all that by 100, and you would get 73.22% as the percentage increase.